So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. You talk about this Washington defense. This unit, they're hoping to improve against the pass because right now, Charles, number 27 in the NFL.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
First run of the game for Jahmyr Gibbs, the Alabama product. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. This defense for the Commanders, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
Well, let's face it, when you hold someone to just 6 points in a game, the feeling that you have among your team is that you're not going to lose very many of those. That's the way to get it done.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Now Hooker. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs, that's rushing touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Lions are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
First and 10 here for Hal and the Commanders at the 20. They'll start with the option. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. And they'll send the tight end in motion. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3. Now Howell. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Intercepted by the Lions. They'll take over 1st and 10.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They go play action. Here's Hooker. They'll roll him out right. That's caught. It's Josh Downs. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's what really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Gibbs straight ahead. Shifts by him at the 25. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. The 71 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision?
There's Laporta. He's got it. Touchdown, Lions. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Lions have taken the lead. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Intercepted by the Lions. They'll take over first and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Hooker now on first down. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
A give, right side for Gibbs. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Second and 10. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. Here's third and 7. Now a bootleg with Hooker. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And they get him down about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A third down pickup of 5.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now it'll be 4th and short.
Going quickly out to the right side. And in for the Lions touchdown. DK Metcalf from 6 yards away. And the Lions' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Howell out of the shotgun. This will be caught downfield by Moore. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pickup there. On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. And they see right through that defensively, as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 30.
And they go play action with Howell. Complete on the quick throw to Moore. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They'll go play action. Howell. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And he's got this down to the 35. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play.
Well, there's no disputing. He's made some poor throws in this first half, but this was a good one. And you can bet this is an offense that isn't going to pull back. They believe in what he can do. So all you can do is look forward, and they pick up a first down.
A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score.
Commanders 7.
Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football as they've got it 2nd and 7. From the gun, he'll hand this off. Touchdown, Washington! A great effort there. 32 yards. And the Commanders have cut it back within a score. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Meanwhile, Hooker's throw complete there to St. Brown. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A huge play there on the screen pass. 41 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. There's Laporta. He's got it. Touchdown, Lions. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Lions go up by 2 touchdowns.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money, in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead now up to 14.
Commanders 14.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Second down, Howell now.
They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Howell, he'll look to throw it. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Washington going to send out their punter.
And how about this, a fake? And this is caught. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
At the Lions' 18-yard line.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Right back to him on first down. Stays on his feet, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
45 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
4 yards remain on second down. Ball on the 10. And Howell will throw it.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick six.
The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
17-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
I mean, at this point, CD, what is not going their way in this first half? After that pick six, they now have a 4-possession lead here.
And that allows them to say to themselves, How about we get everybody involved, okay? Because this one is a runaway, and it's looking like it's going to be even more of a runaway. Everybody gets a chance to play and get a little bit of love. The more guys that get to watching the highlight reels from this one, the better.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get... There he goes, left side. What an effort. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He got 29 yards that time.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Faking the handoff. Howell. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out. Oh, and now some space to operate. He's still on his feet. Touchdown, Washington. Well, not exactly the way that they drew it up, partner, but certainly not going to complain because the end result, touchdown.
A great outcome for the offensive side, but a crushing play defensively. You make a quick stop, force a fumble, only to see them take the fumble all the way in for 6 points. Now the challenge becomes not getting down and going out and continuing to make plays and hoping the ball bounces your way the next time.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
Looking to throw, Hooker. He'll find Metcalf. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards.
Here we go, set.
On the give, here's Gibbs. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Hooker's going to throw it. He'll let this go deep for St. Brown. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
Third down, Hooker looks to throw it. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Picked up by Jamin Davis.
So first thing close to my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Howell to the air on 1st and 10.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. A gain of 8 there on the play. And it'll be 2nd and a couple.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
54 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. In motion, the tight end. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Howell on the QB sneak.
And I don't think he got in. The big bodies up front held him at the 1. Officially no gain on the sneak. Kind of a wasted play there, and now it's 3rd down. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home.
And he will take it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Tommy Trimble.
In the final seconds of the first half.
And the Commanders are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
And they'll run it here. Nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway.
Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Off play action. Here's Hooker. That is caught by Laporta. 26 big yards on that one. It's another first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Room here to run. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Here's Hooker to throw it. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
Hooker's pass intercepted. The Commanders take over 1st and 10.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, they have that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you've got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Howell, another throw on 2nd down. And this one's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Howell throwing on 3rd down here. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety.
That's exactly what they were aiming for defensively. A huge early play that cuts off any opposing momentum at the knees. As soon as that snap was made, they were flying to the ball and through the line. Great call from the coaching staff, and even better execution.
Taken from just outside the 30. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Hooker now off play action. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 40-yard line.
Hand off now to Gibbs. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 117 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key 1st downs and big runs.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
They go play action. Here's Hooker. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 20-yard line. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues. On 1st and 10, Hooker setting up the screen. This is Gibbs fighting through. Down inside the 10. Touchdown! Jahmyr Gibbs with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right.
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
That'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. They'll run with Gibbs. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Now a bootleg with Hooker.
And in for the Lions, touchdown. Sam Laporta, a 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Lions are an extra point away from going up by 30. So they're able to capitalize there on the short field, and that might prove to be the score that turns out the lights.
The party's over. Oh, sorry about that. That's an old reference there, folks. But, yeah, they've been the better of the 2 teams by far, and that's great complimentary football right there. Defense gets the turnover, sets up the short field, and the offense goes right out and scores to open up a pretty sizable lead.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes the return. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
The play fake, and now here's how to throw it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Down the sideline he goes. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. A huge play there for Washington. 49 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Here's how to throw on 2nd down.
And And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal. This will be a 37-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And they'll make a small dent in that big deficit as it's down to 27. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And the Lions are able to cover this one up. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
On 2nd down, Hooker. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he's going to be stopped right there at the 21. A gain there of 21 yards.
1st down, Lions.
Hold it ready.
And Gibbs has it. And he'll get what he can up the middle. 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. DK Metcalf with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions are on their way to a 13th win on the year as they add on to their lead. So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
At their own 17-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. but it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. 79 Broncos.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Byron Murphy. Fighting through, he's got space. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Ready.
And off to Gibbs, headed right here. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Hooker. Throw left side, caught by Laporta. And the Lions are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
Gibbs again.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film section in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, and for the first time this season, he's intercepted.
And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Well, this game was already decided, Charles, let's be honest. But now another feather in the cap of this defense as they pick him off for the second time.
You're right about that. Things have been going pretty well for them, to put it mildly. But they're still out there hunting for big plays and get another one right there.
Gets past one man, and down inside the 15 he goes. That good for 19 and a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14.
Another run for Gibbs here. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
You get in a second and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Extra point by Sly is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. He's got him in, complete. Well, Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Targeting Moore, and he's got him on the crossing pattern. The Commanders going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Back to throw here. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. Ball at the 8 here for 2nd and a yard, maybe a touch less. Now back to throw. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league. 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
On the set. Check it, check it. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant show.